everyone, I'm here to show you how our new notes modals work within a timesheet. So to start, let's get to your timesheet either by converting your appointment or editing a timesheet, and scroll down to your note template box. What you're about to see applies if you were going to add a new note or to select an existing note, but for the sake of our example, we're going to go ahead and start a new note. So go ahead and click New Note if you're following along with me. We're introducing a full screen pop-up modal for notes that will make it easy for clinicians to type and record required information for their sessions. So let's talk about a few things that you do see here. First thing to talk about is the title of the note and form that you are creating, which is at the top left. If you need to make any edits to this title, you can do so there. Next, let's go ahead and look at the top right where it says appointment details. This feature lets you show or hide key appointment details that you may need for your note and form template and that may not auto-populate as a field in the template. So we give you easy access to a click of a button. It has different pieces of information such as the provider, the client, the service code, the time worked, the amount of units that it produces, and any modifiers if they are there. Click on appointment details again to hide that information. Alright, so the next thing to talk about is trying to save your note and form if there are required fields and you haven't filled it out. It will act in the same way as it did before, as you will not be able to save the note template until you have filled in all required fields. If you try to save it without the required fields filled in, you will get an error and you will not be able to save your note and form. You will have to fill out those before it can save. And since we are on the topic of saving our note and form here, let's talk about a key point in this whole new modal for notes, and that is that we have deprecated autosave for notes on timesheets. We did this to enable users to save with more purpose and intent, rather than to rely on an autosave feature that doesn't provide the high degree of traceability that electronic medical records like CentralReach require. That's why you'll see here that the save button is always within reach, pinned to the bottom of your modal, so it's easy to save frequently and purposefully. So as you are working and filling out your fields and you have all required fields filled out, go ahead and click that save button so your work will be saved for you just in case you need to exit out of the browser if needed. Now that is important again because if you go ahead and refresh your page for any reason or close out the browser without clicking that save button, then that work will be lost. Don't worry, because that's why we made that save button super easy for the users to access so they can save their work as much as they need. Alright, let's talk about another important button that you see here on the bottom left that says close. If you were to click that close button before you have clicked the save button, then it's going to do a pop-up letting you know that you have some unsaved changes. So let's talk about what each of these buttons mean. Cancel means that you want to head back to that note and form and continue working. Discard changes means that you will take away anything that you did with this note and you're going to start over. Save means that you will save the note, and after clicking that, it will close the note modal. It will save all the changes that you just made, but you do need to have all required fields for that save to go into effect. So if you're trying to click close and you don't have your required fields like I did here filled out, and you tried to click save, it will not work. So fill in all those required fields, and when you are completely done with your note and form template, you reviewed all of your information, you filled in all text boxes, check boxes, session summaries, click that save and close button at the bottom right corner of the note and form template that is in blue. Doing this will save any last changes that you just made and will actually close out the note and form template so you can continue on with your timesheet and finish up anything else you need to do for you to submit it. The buttons on the note and form template box act the same. pencil icon lets you go ahead and make any of those edits that you need to in that pop-up modal box. The eye icon lets you preview your note and form. And the trash can icon just removes it from the timesheet. If it was saved, it still is a file. It just doesn't link it to the timesheet anymore. All right, thank you all. Have a great day.